My name is Mitchell Drew, and if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, you may recognize my name. I'm a sports writer now, but a few years back I was playing ball at the University of Texas. Beginning my sophomore year, I was already a fairly decorated college basketball player, exceeding in individual and team standards. I won Freshman of the Year of the Big 12 and was a key contributor in 19 wins as a team, sneaking into March Madness in my first season on campus. Sophomore year rolls around, and this kid shows up from NYC. John Fitzpatrick. I didn't know much about him, other than the fact that this kid could play, and after he cracked the starting five with me about halfway through the year, it was all history from then on out. Breaking into the Elite Eight that year, we had Final Four aspirations in my junior and his sophomore campaigns. But unfortunately, with my increasing level of play, I was more well known around the nation, and that's when tragedy stuck its ugly head out. In my junior year, with the season winding down, we traveled to Dallas to partake in the conference tournament, and me thinking I was the cool college kid, I knew I had connections in the city. I was popular, becoming almost infatuated with the party life. But that night, before we took on Colorado, I attended a party, and on the way home, I was involved in a car accident, shattering my kneecap, narrowly escaping the wreckage with my life. Obviously, I was out for the year, but at least I had the opportunity to hoist the national title trophy, even if it was from the sidelines. I had NBA aspirations with Johnny Fitz, but I knew it'd be a long shot. I tried to make a basketball comeback, but my knee was too far gone to play at this level, and I was depressed. But Fitz gave me a ring, asked me how I was, and in turn I asked him for advice. He told me to go back to school, said some very insightful things. He told me to earn a degree in anything that would fill the void that basketball had left, so I took heed in his lessons. Majoring in sports journalism, now I have my priorities straight as I learned my lesson from that night. I was working my tail off, writing for all of UT's sports teams, and my first big job offer was from the EMCC Lions. I know some of you who have seen Last Chance U. At first I was just writing articles for the team, but then eventually they had me on the writing staff helping with the actual show, and that's when my career really started to take off. This was a big break for me, and eventually I started focusing more on football than basketball, and I was looking all around the nation to find any big high school storylines that I could put on the national stage. This was the first time in my life I had excelled off the court, winning writing awards for my work down in Scuba, Mississippi, and I was developing connections. And unlike back in college, these were actually really healthy. I met a lot of wonderful people at EMCC, and I know they know me. But after a few years, I was able to afford a nice apartment out in Los Angeles, and it was prime time, as I knew high school ball was about to start popping off in the Golden State. Going, back to Cali, yes, feeling good, feeling nice and cozy in my new home, and on top of that, the town is buzzing about this high school prospect named Deja Mills, I believe. I'm going to make an appearance at one of her games. She's about an hour south of LA, where her high school resides down in Carlsbad, and it's actually the home of Tony Hawk, and apparently last week she led a crazy fourth quarter comeback versus Petaluma High School. Stepping into her first action at QB ever in her high school career, she stepped up for her injured brother at quarterback. Yes, her injured brother. Talk about a twist. But as the Blue Demons make the jump into postseason football, the road does not get any easier. Deja will have to go toe-to-toe with the #1 dual-threat quarterback in this class, Alabama commitment Bryce Young. And while Deja has only thrown for almost 140 passing yards in her entire career, Bryce Young has thrown for over 13,000, so David versus Goliath indeed tonight. That, and on top of it, I've been keeping my eyes on a storyline as the high school coach for Carlsbad might go with third-string quarterback Corey Lansing, as he's more of a pro-style quarterback, which this coach likes so much after having Charlie for the last 4 years. So Deja or Corey Lansing, who's going to start tonight? Friday, the biggest day of Deja Mills' life so far, but first she's got to get through the school day. A lot on this 18-year-old's mind as her brother Charlie, still recovering from that gruesome injury versus Petaluma. A broken leg was the result, and it'll be 6 or 7 months before the UCF commit can begin his rehab process. Like any other loyal sibling, Deja already has this stash in her mind. It's a lot to weigh on her. That on top of what are all these rumors swirling about Corey Lansing, QB number 3 on Carlsbad, starting tonight over her. Despite all of these factors, Deja still wants to have a productive school day, and thanks to the tight ship run by her and Charlie's parents, Her academic achievements have gifted her the chance to handpick the college she wants to attend for school, despite being the first girl to play snap in California and breaking records on the women's track team, and Charlie with the scholarship to play at UCF. Growing up in the Mills household, it was always academics first and sports secondary. Welcome to Modern Day Academy, as we highlight another game from Deja Mills' Cinderella story here at the end of her senior year. But if you've been around town, I'm sure you've heard the rumors between Deja and Corey Lansing, QB number 3, and it looks like there was some truth to these rumors, as Deja and Corey, it's been announced that they're going to be splitting drives tonight against the Modern Day defense. And I'm going to turn over to Aiden Blaine, who has the color commentary tonight, to tell you more about this.
Thanks, John. I'm excited to do the color commentary tonight. Yes, senior Deja Mills will be splitting drives with sophomore Corey Lansing. It seems like the Carlsbad coaches want to show different looks against this loaded Mater Day defense. The playbook tonight will be simplified for these QBs. Expect quick hitters and option plays for Mills and shotgun formation with simple reads for Lansing. Southern California is buzzing for this matchup. Let's take the field.
Sounds good, Aiden. Everyone's ready for the kickoff. As the Modern Day Monarchs won the toss, they elect to defer, as the California State playoffs are live tonight, everybody. Carlsbad has fought through a lot of adversity these past few weeks, and the returner weaves his way to about the 30, and taking the field for the first snaps of Carlsbad tonight is Deja Mills, coming out in another wing tee set. We've seen this a lot from her, at least in her very brief time as quarterback of this team. And on 1st and 10, first play from scrimmage, and Deja is lit up, sniffed out by this Monarchs defense. Definitely going to be seeing a lot of that tonight. A lot of stacked boxes from the Monarchs. And now here on 3rd and 14, after a negative running play from RB1 on Carlsbad, she's going to be forced to sling it here. And on 3rd and 14, she drops a dime on the post route across the middle. She had 2 big post routes last time out against Petaluma that helped set up that win. And even in the first drive of this game, Mater Day pretty much saying, hey, we're going to try to make Deja throw to beat us. And now on 1st and 10, drops this one off into a tight window, gain a 6 there. After yet another negative rushing play from RB1 on Carlsbad, they find themselves 3rd and 6 at the split back set. And Deja Mills, calm, cool, and collected, finds the fullback. He's spinning his way for another Carlsbad first down.
Mater Day is not hesitating to bring the blitz tonight. They sent the outside linebackers, but a great read from Mills finding the fullback in the flats.
Another option look for the Blue Demons offense. 1st and 10 after the big completion, and on the triple option, Deja is tattooed once again. Mater Day sniffing out the runs here early. Carlsbad is going to have to beat this Monarchs defense with Deja's throwing ability. And on 2nd and 12, she's got a clean pocket and another ball she fits into a tight space. So far so good, 4-4 from Deja. And on 3rd and 4, this one she's going to hand off to the fullback, and he can't muster much of a gain. Once again, we see the Monarchs plug in all these holes, but there's no hesitation from this Carlsbad head coach. 4th and 4, and he immediately sends the troops back out on the field. Deja in the same formation. One tailback, and that's the fullback, and this looks like a broken play. On 4th down though, Mills, how about the ingenuity, picking up the first down with her legs. Not the prettiest 4th down conversion you ever see. Carlsbad showing that they're not scared to take risks to keep up with this Monarchs attack. And now on 1st and 10, looking at this same formation, that's what we expected tonight, as Deja goes to the end zone, and over the top, her receiver goes airborne to make that snag. Oh my goodness, what a grab.
Man, you want to talk about a next level play. On one end, look at the ball placement. Mills puts in a spot where only her receiver can come down with it. But how about that receiver?
How about that receiver is right. Showing off his vertical and with soft hands, he elevates to snag it over the safety. So after a methodical drive from Deja, Bryce Young and this modern day passing attack takes the field, and on the first play, he hits his tight end, breaks a few tackles, and already you're seeing the potential from Bryce Young, the Alabama commit. With over 13,000 passing yards in his career, he's looking for another state championship. Marching down the field, 3rd and 5. Can Young do it again? He's hit as he throws, and this one he dumps off again to the tight end. bring up another 4th and 1, and as we head to the second, just like we saw from Carlsbad on their first drive, Modern Day is saying, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. 4th and 1 conversion is completed. Nice back shoulder throw, feeding that ball into tight space, and Bryce Young and Modern Day in the red zone for the first time today. Deja had a perfect passing drive, and now, how about Bryce Young? He responds with a perfect drive of his own, 4 for 4, and how about this catch in traffic, as Modern Day knots it up at 7. And on the second drive for the Carlsbad offense, Deja is under center again, and on 1st and 10, she's flushed out to her right, waiting. How about the patience? But this throw is off the mark for Deja's first incompletion on the night. 2 field passing plays in a row brings up 3rd and 10, and Deja, out of the shotgun for the first time tonight, fakes the give to the tailback, and this one's knocked away. Mills cannot afford many 3 and outs like this if she wants to stay on the field, with Corey Lansing right on the sideline. And now Bryce Young once again taking over, and he is drilled in the backfield. A loss of 8, and now the Carlsbad defense starting to step up. 3rd and long for Young, and he looks for a check down, and this is only going to be a gain of a couple. And for the first time tonight, the Monarchs punted away, and also for the first time tonight, we're seeing our first glimpse at Corey Lansing, the 6'2 sophomore, and on this first drive, he did not look very good. 1 of 4 passing, but on 3rd down, he was helped out with a 62-yard rushing touchdown from RB1 on Carlsbad, his first positive rushing play of the night. So 14-7 as Modern Day takes over, and how about a 67-yard touchdown, Bryce Young? Immediately the Monarchs answering right back, and penning the PAT try. We're tied up here with less than a minute to play. Mills has seen 2 drives here tonight. She's 5 of 8, 74 yards and a touchdown, and Lansing on that drive, 1 for 4 for 17 yards. And Mills, for her 3rd drive of the night, with 43 seconds to work with, she delivers a ball to the tight end in the seam. Her 6th pass goes for a 16-yard reception by the tight end. And now approaching plus territory, another nice ball. Deja, ever since she stepped in, she's loved going down that middle. And another completion. 1st and 10. Let's do it again as Deja, with another clean pocket, she wants to find her receiver outside the numbers for a change. And we need to take another look at this one.
And finally, we see her ability to make plays outside of the pocket, looking like her older brother as she continues to hit her guys in traffic, exceeding expectations. She looks like she's in her backyard playing catch with Charlie right now.
You're definitely right about that, Aiden. She's looked a lot better than her counterpartner, Lansing, tonight. And once again, Deja working to her right with a fresh set of downs across her body as she's hit. What a completion! Oh my goodness, back-to-back great balls, and this one she was absolutely destroyed on the throw, but she still kept her composure and delivers another nice ball. With the clock ticking down, 6 seconds left to play in the half, Mills goes across the middle, and it's off the hands. Almost had her 2nd passing touchdown of the night, but unfortunately coming up short on this drive, and pending a 42-yard field goal that the Carlsbad kicker actually nails. The Blue Demons closed the half with an 8-play, 57-yard possession. And starting the second half, Bryce Young and his guys, they trot out on the field. Deja looks pretty good so far, leading 2 scoring drives in the first half. But what we need to see going forward from the Blue Demons defense is trying to limit these big plays we've seen from Modern Day. They have 2 long scoring drives. One was a 67-yard touchdown. And now on 1st and 10, just like that, in plus territory as Young looks to his left, and he has his receiver running down the sideline, and yet again, another big slash of this Carlsbad defense. After his 3rd passing touchdown of the day, Bryce Young finds his Monarchs up 21-17 until a special teams touchdown for Carlsbad. Their returner showed off the wheels, taking it 89 yards to the house. But here we go, we have to see Bryce Young back on the attack, wasting no time, taking a deep shot on the first play of this drive. Already approaching midfield, the handoff is to the running back, and he manages 11, continuing to churn those first downs. And quickly, Modern Day finds themselves in the red zone for the 4th time today. Handoff off tackle, and that running back gets in. He caps off a very nice drive for him personally. Modern Day has been destroying this defense through the air, and now on this drive, we see them do some work in the ground game. But beginning the 4th quarter, Deja once again not on the field. And after a couple first downs, it It looked like Lansing started to find his momentum a little bit, but they couldn't get past midfield as Mater Dei took over once again. 2 for 6 on this drive from Lansing, and overall he has looked very overwhelmed against the Monarchs. Mater Dei back in Demons territory. They're starting to bleed the clock a little bit as Young, moving to his left, goes against the grain and finds his receiver once again inside the 20. And thanks to some nice pushes up front, they continue to pound the rock inside the 10, looking for a touchdown to cap off this game. And with goal to go, the fullback can't manage much. Now 3rd and goal. A score here will definitely put Carlsbad away and end the Cinderella story for Mills. With 1:11 left to go, going to the end zone. That one is broken up by the Carlsbad safety. Check out this ability to close the gap, and he keeps Carlsbad's season alive. Mater Dei with a 25-yard attempt, and it splits the uprights. So 1:06 left to work with Carlsbad out of timeouts. Deja's done it before, down a touchdown. Can she do it again?
Hopefully she can, as Mills deserves to have this final drive. She has been locked in against one of the best defenses in the nation, compared to Corey Lansing, who is only 3 for 10 passing tonight and 42 yards.
Let's see, man. Deja Mills has one fourth quarter comeback on her resume so far, and in her second game she finds herself in a similar situation. 60 ticks left to play, and on the first pass of the drive, Deja off the mark. And now 3rd and 10, sends her man in motion, another clean pocket to work with at least. But nobody's open as she buys herself more time down the sideline for a gain of 8. And on 4th down, it looks like without a conversion here, this is going to be it for Deja Mills. Keep her career in the upset bit alive. 4th and 2, Mills, dump off pass to the running back. He gets out of bounds just past the 1st down marker, moving the chains. On their own 35, Deja's going to do it again. This time she finds the fullback across the middle. The Blue Demons now approaching midfield with 23 seconds and counting to go in the ball game. 1st and 10. These receivers are blanketed across the board, so Deja sneaks out of the pocket. She's calling her own number. She gets to about the 40. 1st down for the Blue Demons. And that'll stop the clock as the chains move. 14 seconds left as the ref spots the ball 40 yards away from Pater as Mills. She is pressured, breaks away from one, but can't get away from the second defender. Oh no, 5 seconds left. No timeouts left for Carlsbad. They're scrambling to get back to the line, but it looks like they just won't have the time to do that. 31-24 is your final tonight. Deja coming up short.
We've seen this tonight on multiple occasions, the Monarchs using their speed to try to make Mills uncomfortable. Mills has done a stellar job in avoiding sacks tonight, but unfortunately, after the nose tackle sheds 2 blocks to get a piece of her, the linebacker cleans up the mess. Looks like this is the end of her brief yet memorable high school career.
It is, as Bryce Young and the Monarchs narrowly avoiding the upset at the hands of Deja Mills in only her 2nd game as a high school quarterback. With her numbers 9 of 16 for 126 and a touchdown tonight, you gotta wonder, if they just put her in for the entire game and not split snaps, would they have completed the upset? Anybody who's played sports at the high school level knows that feeling, that drive home after a heartbreaker in your final game. It's a helpless feeling, but Deja can at least look forward to college next year. She can practically handpick the college she wants to attend. A one phone call may make her think differently, at least for the time being. Hello, is this Deja Mills? My name is Mitchell Drew. I received your contact information from your coach after the game. I just wanted to say you were doing great things tonight. You were making that Mater Dei defense look silly, and you showed the ability to run and pass versus a defense with multiple D1 recruits. You also showed fearlessness, heart, things that don't always show up in a stat sheet. I used to write for a junior college's football program, and I have connections. This offseason we know multiple players will be graduating, including at the quarterback position. But if you put in the work during the summer, I'm sure the coaches out there will make you quarterback 1. How many teams can offer you that? Junior college has had a pretty historic program, multiple undefeated seasons, but this year with a lot of transfers and graduations, we're looking to have a down year. We're probably not going to be as good, but if you step in at QB1, we can build something with you. I'll let the coaches know about you, and I'm sure they're interested. It's a lot to think about, but hit me back when you made a decision. Thanks. Have a good night.